match between IPR's Chigari versus Lightguard Cricket Club. Alongside me, I have two captains, Michel and Elik. The home team captain is Elik. That is the one who is going to flip the coin. And also we have a match official who is going to officiate this toss, Gaston Iwiz. Head is the call. Tail tease. Elik, come here. Fortunately, you won the toss. What are you going to do first?
We are batting first.
Of course, he chose to bat first. All the best.
Thank you.
Michelle, unfortunately, the toss is not going on your way.
We would have bought first also, but it's like we are lucky, so we are going to bowl as we wanted. So that's all.
Is there any change in your team?
Oscar Manishime is out, so we will bring in Zlangaje Francois. So that's the only replacement we have.
All the best to this match. The news comes in between. Elik won the toss as the captain of Light Guard and elected to bat first. Stay tuned. We are back short in the live action.
Good morning and welcome everybody to Gahanga International Cricket Stadium here at the second last game being played between Right Guards Cricket Club and IPRC Kigali Cricket Club. Right Guards winning the toss and opting to bat first. It is the second last competition of the Dufferbet Premier League Men's 2023. And here we've got the IPRC team, the captain, Iradukunda Michael, Abimbaba Ziloik, Kubimana Eric, Munchadu Senge, Eme, Mugisha Berte, Daishimye Theophile, Nyumugaba Isai, Rindiro Romeo, Rukiriza Emile, Rukundo Pierre, Zirahangaje Francois. Few players that will be flying very, very soon to that Namibia competition. And here we've got the Right Guards full squad. Eric Dusengizimana, the captain. Eme Berte, Bryson Bugingo, Clever Mutimana, Clinton Rubagumya, Ezekiel Mohaminimana, Fiston, Kevin Irakoze, Orkide Tuisenge, Taga Mukama. Welcome everybody once again. And what a lovely day of cricket we've got ahead of us here. Lovely cricketing weather. Perfect batting conditions here. As I mentioned, most of these players will be on a flight very soon to that qualifiers cup in Namibia. And these two definitely will be on that flight. The opening pair, Orkide Tuisenge and Eric Dusengizimana, the captain himself, starting from the front. Starting the bowling attack for Team IPRC is Eric Kubimana from the pavilion end. Interesting young man. And of course, with me in the commentary box is Herrera Rosin, who was there for the toss. Good morning, Rosin. Welcome.
Thank you, Zedi, and morning again to you. It's a beautiful morning. Very impressive game to watch. Also have this competition between IPRC and Light Guard. Watching for these two points to see who is going to be the second on the board or who is going to be the third one yet.
Yes, it's an interesting competition to see who ends up as the runner-up of this Dufferbet Premier League. As we know, Challenges is at the top, untouchable at the moment. They do have a game tomorrow against Zonic, another great game to catch. But here we go, Eric Kubimana, ball number 1. Starts off with a shortish delivery and slashed hard by Orchide. First runs on the board, wasting no time. Orchide Tuisenge is off the mark.
Very good start by striking the ball, getting off the strike, giving his partner also to strike the ball. Very nice, 1 for 1. That's Tuisenge Orchide. Now this is the morning for him also to see how is he ready to play that tournament going ahead in coming week.
Well, it's a lovely sort of position to be playing this game. It gets them ready for that competition, as you mentioned, and also to get an idea, because you've got Ronda A side players as well in this IPRC, giving them that competition. Bangs it in hard, plays it up and over. Will that be the first boundary? Yes, it is. Boundary number 1, up and over by Eric Dusingizimana.
I'd like to have this shot replayed. Eric charging in. Short delivery, well picked by Eric. Lays it away to the boundary. Well batted Eric. That is the first boundary for this 50 overs game of today.
This time around, much squarer. Squares him up this time, and dotted delivery. Again, it's the sort of delivery that Eric Dusingizimana actually struggles to, the shorter delivery. But if it is away from his right shoulder there, he opens it up. He's been working on it intensely with Lee, the head coach. But once it comes into his body, it's where he's been struggling. Once again, hard hands, and that is the end of Eric Dusingizimana. He went hard at it, wasn't in the right position, didn't have any timing behind that shot whatsoever. And first blood for Team IPRC. 5 runs, and the first wicket goes down.
As you said, it was in his body, but because of long placement, he ends up by giving his wicket away. That's how hard hand result for hard luck. And that is a very good start for IPRC. After getting it for 5, he picks a very beautiful wicket of Eric Dusingizimana.
Yes, the wicket goes down, but that also tells you the intentions of right guards. They're not trying to spend a very long day here, trying to smash everything and anything coming their way. That ball was supposed to be either left or to be driven. There was a hint of outswing late into the delivery. But with that, we have Clinton Rubagumya walking in.
You said it early. If the ball comes into his body, it's a struggle to play it. As it was coming inside, that was their end swing. It was struggle to him. That's why he ends up by giving his wicket 3 matches, 3 innings, 15 runs, highest of 14, and average of 7 per game.
That is something he really needs to work on. Being a skipper of the national side, those aren't the numbers you should be proud of. And this is the opportunity for him to make his mark.
And a very good thing to talk about, it's also our fellow commentator, Rubagumya Clinton. Let's see how analysis he had when he was in this box Z.
Well, in this tournament, if you're to consider the amount of score that he has put up, it has to be just that one in the first game of the tournament that he played is where he actually really shined for his side. Apart from that, he's been having a very silent tournament, I must say. Let's hope and see if he can end this game with a bang. Again, we've mentioned how this is more like a practice game for the national team players, as they will be flying very soon to Namibia. So it's good to see the sort of mind frame these players are in. You could see Eric there trying to hit the ball on the leg side, yet the ball was to be just tapped or driven on the off. Wrong shot selection. And it's all chaos out there in the middle. Poor communication between the fielders, and extra runs being given away here. 3 runs have been grabbed by Team Right Guards.
This IPRS team is known on fielding very well, but today I'm seeing them start getting called away. But that can get them in long position if they don't take it early and collect it. But that's also a good practice to them. Also, we are seeing Elik, Rubagumya, and Orokide, team players of national team.
Oh, lovely delivery there. And well bargained there by Orchidea. Just keeps it safe. There's plenty of overs to be played here. I'm not quite sure why Big Eric had to go for that shot. It was a poor shot selection, I must say. Didn't look into any position to drive that ball. If you can see that on the replay, ask the media boys to show that replay of Eric's wicket and slow it down a bit so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. He's supposed to drive that ball, but he tried to put it up and over and wasn't in the right position. And that's why ended up giving the ball in the air for a simplest of catches. Being amongst the highest scorers in the tournament, it's not a kind of shot you'd expect out of Eric. But now we've got the skipper, Michael Iradukuna, coming from the airport end. Getting a little bit of movement, but just a bit shorter than he would have liked it. Gets away with it. Clinton is taking his time there.
Last game he played 14 runs in 37 deliveries. That was long journey. If he can manage to stay long on this wicket, he can add up, because 14 runs not enough to him. As we know him, he can also hit the ball, and he's good at striking it very quickly and possibly.
Up and over and slashed hard this time by Clinton Rubagumya. It is a boundary. Sweet sound of the bat as it left it. In a flash, it reaches the boundary ropes. Lovely hands by Clinton Rubagumya.
That was freeing his arm and take it easily, not much going through the shot. It's all about watching the ball and knowing where to pitch the ball.
Sweet timing behind that shot, Rosin. And also, tad bit shorter. As you can see, Michael Iradukunda is still pitching it a bit shorter. And this pitch is not supporting the sort of length he's bowling at the moment. If he keeps bowling at that length, the batsmen will be very comfortable opening up their arms. This time around, they played it on the offside. Maybe next time he might be pulled onto the leg side. Just hoping for that edge. You see, again there, Clinton Rubagumya bargaining with that delivery. But he didn't carry on with that shot. If you get higher quality batsmen at a pitch facing deliveries like that, the ball is to be thrashed onto the cow corner side as a pull shot comes in. Clinton Rubagumya will be seeing a lot of this in Namibia very, very soon. That's the shot I was talking about. Played onto the leg side. It won't reach the boundary ropes. They will have to run for it. It wasn't timed well enough, but the intentions were there by Clinton. And you can see the throws are way, way out of control here by Team IPRC. As soon as they see the batsmen running and picking up the runs, they seem to be panicking here. Always throwing the ball far, far away from the stumps. Not quite sure if they'll be able to pick up any runouts with throws like that. That's a field they need to be working very hard in.
This outfield is also dead because if you saw that shot, there is a power behind, but because it bounced, now quick land, quick single between Orchid and Clinton Rubagumya. That's a communication need to be between them, because if you saw this outfield is not giving much as it was for the first.
As you can see, it is a 50-over game, and we're done with just 2 overs over here with 16 runs on board. And there you have the table, challenges being at the top. The highest net run rate, the only unbeaten side in this competition. IPRC Kigali, number 2. Still having an upper hand against right guards. Eric Kubimana once again from the pavilion end. And misses out on a run out. Would you believe it? Again, the excitement in the moment of panic. If he had got that right, Clinton Rubagumya would have been on his way back. But Eric misses it by a mile. Would love to see a replay. So close, yet so far there. Have a look at that. Lovely piece of athleticism. Grabs it back and chucks it back onto the stumps, but misses the stumps. No accuracy there by Eric Kubimana.
You can't bounce the ball like that when you're closer to the stump. He has to go fast for the direct hit. It will be better. Very good shot again by Clinton Rubagumya, who is lining for it. Isai striding, taking the ball at once and throw it. But now, also the wicket keeper today is Muchod Senje Emi. Oscar Manshim is not playing today.
Yes, and you can see from the recent conditions here at Gahanga, there's been lots of rainfall. Today is a lovely day, but in the past there's been lots of rainfall. And that is why the outfield is still considerably slow than it was in its playing conditions before. Lovely piece of shot this time. No fielder that side once again. Lovely slide by Elwa. By Izai. Mistaking names there. But yeah, similar names, similar heights. The outfield there, as we mentioned, Rosine, that should have been a boundary the way it was struck, but the ground being very soft, just grasping onto the ball there, not allowing it to reach the boundary ropes.
The only possible way to get quick boundaries is to just pray on the ground and the more harder. That's a very good delivery again. You miss. I hear that is Elik for you. Very quick one. Lubagumya not knowing where the ball was, just seeing the birds flying over. Another second wicket of Elik.
Eric Kubimana knocks Clinton Rubagumya over. A pitch of a delivery. Squared him up and missed the ball completely. He's got to depart for his 14 of 10 deliveries there. What a delivery there by Eric Nikubimana. Let's have a look at that once again. Pitching in line, just shaping away ever so slightly and misses it. Squared. Just missed a straight one. He was hoping for an outswing late, but it didn't move. It just came into him. And again, it's Clinton Rubagumya in his mind trying to play that delivery onto the leg side. The previous two shots, he tried to play that shot once again, and the length is where he got beaten. Ezekiel comes into the middle. 3 matches, 1 innings, just 6 runs to his name. Lots of work for him to be done here. Let's wait and see.
That's a very wicket. Very good to see how it goes. Very, very nice one. Quickest one. Seeing the birds flying. That's how Elik is today. 2 wickets in his low for the 3rd over.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. Losing wickets within the power play here. As you can see, we're left with about
impressive to see Ezekiel now starting warm up on the wicket. Very nice to see. I would like to see how is he going to deal with the first delivery of Elik, the danger man we got today. Very nice defense there. Elik is going through his business very clearly and very well. Now IPRC is backing on the business.
Yes, picking up wickets here. They look very, very good. They're taking the upper hand over here. Just 19 runs on board. 2 wickets down, his team right guards. And Ezekiel has just walked in. Both of their batsmen. Orchidea has been there since ball number 1. But from here on, he has managed to face just 2 deliveries. Once again, lovely bit of movement there by Kubimana. It's just that at times he gets the seam position right and he ends up getting that movement very, very late. And with that, we come to the end of the 3rd over. 19 for 2 is team right guards.
Now manager of IPR started laughing, and Oscar, maybe he's saying, if I was there, I could have been like this, but that's how cricket is. We can have 14 or 20 players in the ground. We only managed to have 11 only. Now, Skip Michelle also comes again on the airport and Michelle charging in. Orchidea very watchful there. Nicely to see. This time, he's saying they need to take responsibilities and take his team until the last over. That's the only possible way that is very good to this light guard team. Last over gone and spent well by Eli Kubiman, who was very aggressive. Orokidea, Nolan, very well taken by Elwa. Loic taking the ball at once and throw it back to the wicket keeper, Muchod Senye Eme, from there in the mountains of Kinihila.
He's been bowling really well, but from the looks of it, Rosin, do you think he needs to work on that length that he's bowling at the moment that you see? He's asleep placed. Up and over once again, hard hands. It will reach to the boundary ropes in no time. Assault there by Orchide Tuisenge. Saw the opportunity, opened up his arms.
Also, the ball was short, but Orchid quickly picking that and use his arm to free it, and then the ball lets it away, not taking much time. As we said, the only option we have today for getting boundary is to just play the ball with extra power, because the outfield is not giving much as how it used to be. That's I can advise him not pitching the ball like that, because this wicket is not a good one to bounce the ball like that. It's like having much and extra power to bounce it very quickly. But if you are casual, you can get hit easily.
And again, the pitch, lovely delivery this time around, much better in length. And we've got to understand the pitch has been under the cover for a fair amount of time, so it's not getting that bargain for the bowlers, not getting that ample amount of bounce coming out of it. It's still a tad bit soft in some areas there, and we yet to see spin being brought into the attack. So at the moment, the pace bowlers, if you get the length wrong, the batters can punish you here. And that is a wide, just losing his line this time around.
That is the ball Tisen waiting for, because this pitch is very good to bat on by these deliveries. But if he tries to bowl the straight one like how Elik trying it, that would be better than pitching the ball in the middle of the wicket.
Yes, you've got to get your lines right. You've got to get your length right. There's not much for a bowler to be picking out of this pitch. Just land it in the right areas and you can pick up wickets. If you land it in the wrong areas like he did earlier on, he got slashed hard for a boundary. This time Ezekiel, again wrong line and just flicked. Lovely hands. That will be a boundary. Beautiful looking shot that. Oh, just a flick of the wrist and off it goes.
What a flick there. Very nice one. There is a very good connection on that shot. And if you remember that I said it earlier, you have to pray on the ground and the hardest to get the boundary. If you see it, no one to bring that ball back without crossing the lob.
The ball is fairly new, Rosin, and the pace being offered there by Iradukuna Michelle is just a poor line, I must say. And Ezekiel knew exactly what he was doing. He knew the shot he has chosen to go through with. He knew that was the wrong line being bowled by the bowler. And just lovely flick, lovely connection there. And it raced away. 2 boundaries coming off that over, being a bit expensive, is the captain. Come to the end of the 4th over here.
that is the line to ball today, because we saw this wicket is not giving much as the last one. If you try to ball on the short length, it can't be. It needs to be extra powered on that ball. But that is also a good ball of Elik that is also taken out of Lubagumia, trying to play it as a short ball, but there was no short ball.
Eric Kubimana once again. Lovely bit of movement once again. Chance of a run out. And a run out it is. Celebrations out there for Team IPRC. Miscommunication. Orchidea has to walk back to the pavilion. Zero communication between him and Ezekiel. He's got to show his back to the field now. Very, very unfortunate for Team Right Guards. Orchidea is saying very disappointed there. Has to walk away with his 7 of 9 deliveries. The wickets are falling like bowling pins at the moment. Third wicket down.
Very well pressed, but miscommunication between two batters, and also Ezekiel saying, I'm not going to leave my crease. You have to walk out to Isenje. Maybe it's a long decision to him, but we don't know how he is thinking on himself today, what a gift or what a secret he has today. That's a young man, Ezekiel.
And now we've got the big man, jersey number 77, Kevin Irakoze, coming out there in the middle, finding his team in all sorts of trouble here. Will he be able to manage and bring some solitude to this side? Can we see a partnership being built up between Ezekiel and Kevin Irakoze? Knowing in the sort of form Kevin has been of lately, he doesn't tend to spend too much time at the crease. Loves hitting the ball hard, loves hitting the big shots.
But this is also the good time to the bowlers to take this wicket, because the opposition has already got the pressure on their head. But if you are a thinking bowler, you can get this wicket very, very easily. And what I can also say, it's about also, it will be there also another line out because of miscommunication between these two again.
And from the looks of it, Rosin, it doesn't look like IPRC are very bothered by losing that toss. They would have wanted to bowl first regardless.
Exactly. Also, the captain told me they want to bowl first to this team because they know how to deal with that situation. And also the wicket, because if you saw the games played on this wicket, it is not good to bat on the first. If you are good at bowling, you can use your side.
Yeah, it's always about restricting the competitors to a bare minimum and then chase it down eventually. It plays well much later. Ezekiel just opening up the face of the bat there. Kubimana Eric once again keeps it on the ground, but straight to the fielder, nowhere to go.
the also field setting is very, very well to this Ezekiel. We know him, he can't give you a lot of boundary. It's just like tip and get a little bit lands, not giving much. On the screen we have there Janet, Belen, and also we have Angeline and Nema Micheline. That's also the fun of the day.
Yeah, coming here at the banks of Gahanga International Cricket Stadium to enjoy this competition. It is full of entertainment, lots of entertainment we've seen throughout this Premier League, courtesy of Rwanda Cricket Association and our proud sponsors Dufferbet for organizing this event. Kudos to the management team and everyone for visually making this game possible for all our online viewers. Michael. Starts off with a wide. Michael not really happy with that delivery. Could see that on the replay. Umpire has the final call. You can see he's not agreeing with the decision, but it has been called by Janvier. Oh, beaten by the movement there. Kevin Irakoze not in any position to play that ball. Let's have a look at that wide that was given. Oh, very, very tight call that by Janvier. That's the length. That's the length to bowl to Big Kevin. Do not bowl full to him. He loves playing full deliveries. You can target playing that length to Kevin. Keep disturbing him. Keep teasing him around there. The slip has been put in place. He might get an edge to it. Let's wait and see. Oh, what a rise. I believe that decision given by the umpire has fired up the captain. There's some venom coming through in this over itself. Rosine can see the intensity there by Michael Iradukunda.
By now he's backing very well because we saw his last 2 overs not good to see. Now Kevin trying to go hard, but without knowing where the ball pitches, and that by missing it, that is the good line and best one to bowl for Kevin, because we know he can't pick it. The only option he has, it's about stepping out. How can he stepping out by not seeing where the ball is?
These are not good signs, Rosine. These are the men flying for the national colors very, very soon. And from the looks of it, Kevin Irakoze is blindly swinging the bat at the moment. At the moment, it looks like Michael Iradukunda is just playing with the keeper. There is no batsman on the field from the looks of it. That unfortunate wide. And then 5 dotted deliveries after that. Do we have the first maiden of this game? No, unfortunately, he picks up a single at the very last delivery, spoiling that over for Michael, but he'll be happy nevertheless.
If you can see the sound and the noise, that is the end of 6th over, 32 runs for 3. Now, the runs, it's not a few, but the wicket is, when they keep losing their wicket, they are going in a long way, and that will not be good for them today, because this is 50 overs game, not like T10 or T20.
Well, Kevin, who has played for the national side, should be aware of that, and he should be taking responsibility here to keep the strike, and not just keeping the strike, but also getting those singles and doubles. regardless of how long the format is, you've got 44 overs left to play here. Just try to play out as many overs as possible. With 7 wickets in hand, a fair total can be put up here. And again, I questioned the intensity of the batsmen that came in before these 3 wickets here. A loud appeal and the shake of the head by the umpire. The umpire, I believe he was going down leg. Let's see that one more time.
Already, Kevin has already disturbed by the fielders and the bowlers, because it is not a very good sign if you are a big hitter like Kevin to face 5 ball without getting. That would be better if we had the replay of the last delivery. Hit the pad.
Flicks it onto the leg side this time. They will pick up a single. Kevin, not the quickest of runners, so a 2 won't be possible there. There you see on the replay, clearly missing the line of the stumps, going across it. Not much of a movement there by Eric. Kevin Irakoze gets away with that. Once again played onto the leg side. They pick up a single. One thing this young man is clearly able to do is play wristy shots. Ezekiel is out there in the middle. He needs to be supported by Kevin. And Kevin is not known for his running, but he's known for his hitting. So he needs to understand what is required of him on such a condition as the situation arises. Eric Kubimana.
Well disciplined today of Eric. A very good bowling, well delivery, but Kevin, maybe he touches on it. That was a very good delivery to see Kevin today. He's struggling with this bowling because many bowlers trying to know which is favorite ball to him. They are not giving him. But if you miss your line, you fetch.
Well, definitely. And once in a while, if you bowl full to Kevin, it will be a surprise to him, as he's been facing most of the deliveries out of his reach. We saw from that previous over by Michael Iradukunda. Once again. And a catch has been taken. Lovely, lovely catch. Was hit with hard hands. And 4th wicket goes down. Kevin Irakoze has to walk back. Not a good sign. This game might end very, very soon. All sorts of trouble here. Kevin Irakoze tried to flick that onto the leg side. Just gets the wrong connection.
That was also a full length, but he tries to flick it on the leg side, as you said. That was not good press to take it. If he tries to get it on the offside, it would have been gone very quickly, and maybe it could have been a boundary. But it ends up by giving him wicket away. Now, this is 4th wicket in the low. Light guard struggling. It will be a big party when they passes 100.
And now we get to see the veteran Taga Dennis walking in. Lots of experience on his shoulders. Will he be playing that role and bringing calmness to this chaos of right guards? The havoc created by Team IPRC here is immense. They are having the upper hand here. We're not done with the power play, and Team Right Guards have lost 4 wickets already for a total of 34 runs on board. Final delivery left by Kubimana Eric here. Taga Mukama, 3 matches, 1 innings, 39 runs, and 39 being his highest. You can see he's got a very healthy strike rate and lots of experience behind him. But he will have to work with the youngster Ezekiel, who's still hanging in the middle.
If I don't mistake it, also that highest score we saw, 39, he praised it in 34 balls. The strike rate was very good. If he manages it well today, that will be better to see. Light guard maybe passing 100, which is very hard to get today. Another wide there by Elik.
Lots of games have been played by Taga. He's been through the thick and thin of this team, amongst the oldest right guard players. He's faced lots of bowlers himself, but now facing the youngster. Pitches it full, gets some bat to it. If he happens to spend some time at the crease, some runs can come through the bat of Taga. He just needs to calm himself, get his eye in, and settle the ship. With that, we come to the end of the 7th over, 35 for 4. Team Right Guards.
The all 4 wicket falls. The 3 of them taken by Eli Kubiman and the 1 run out also in his over. That's very productive overs from Eli Kubiman. And also we saw last over of Misher was very impressive to see fighting together with Kevin. That helps him to get into his mind, and he ends up by giving his wicket in Elik's over. Well bowled again, but misfield there. 1 run taken easily. Islayen, I beg pardon, Isai taking the ball, bypassing wicketkeeper, and the slip Berthe. 1 run taken. That brings also Taga on the strike. Very impressive to see how is he going to deal with this hard situation he is facing. Another dot ball there. Catch called. No one to catch the ball. End up by lacing away boundary. First boundary of Taga. There was also catch opportunity, but the wicketkeeper not stretching his body to take it. Muchot Senye also the hate matter most when you are playing the cricket. And if you can't get it, you have to stretch your body. But unfortunately, he doesn't. That is a missed chance of IPRC for getting the 5th wicket. And also the first boundary of Taga. Very nice to see the competition and battle between them. Very well bowled again by Michel. Nice to see. That's how he crosses his over. Now, if you can see Kevin Lacos on the screen to send your kid Clinton trying to talk about how this game is going. Just a little laughing.
And there you have the graph. 31 dots so far. 8 singles. 3 doubles. And 5 boundaries have been struck. Just 4 extras being given away by Team IPRC. Very disciplined bowling this has been. So out of the total of 40, 20 runs have come off boundaries. That tells you much more about the intensity of right guards. They're looking for majority of their runs coming through boundaries and not really focusing on those singles and doubles, as they should. In the air, just goes past that cordon. And again, bowling through that channel of uncertainty, the corridors as we call them, the corridors of uncertainty there by Kubimana Eric, where a batsman is not sure if he should stay back or move onto the front foot and take the drive on. It's very, very challenging. Again, you see that movement.
This ball of Elik is moving seriously. If you are not well disciplined, you can get out without knowing when it happens. It requires to be more attentive and play your shot, not trying too much.
Being a cricketer yourself, Rosine, how do you take on a ball which is swinging a lot? Do you tend to play it late, or do you tend to play it as early as possible and not allow the swing to generate more?
For me, I prefer to play it early, not giving it a swing, because maybe it can have a big swing and can not allow me to play my shot. But if I play it early, I can play my shot and play it where I want it to go. Full toss.
Lovely looking
now,
shot that played down onto long on. Lovely connection, and that's the experience I was talking about. Lovely hands through the ball. A grounded shot beats that fielder in no time. Have a look at that. Straight bat down the ground. What a boundary that is. Shot of the day so far by Taga.
If you can see it very well, the ball was on the ground and there was a power behind to get on the boundary, not taking much seconds. A fifth delivery of Elik. Taga trying to go and take it very easily. Now the count is there. This is a creative cricket. It's a fifth delivery. Only one ball remains. He's thinking about facing another coming over.
As he should. He looks to be in a much better touch at the moment. Look at the strike rate, comparing it to his partner who's on 6 of 11 deliveries. So Ezekiel can be playing the supportive role to Taga as he maintains that strike rate and keeps piling up the runs for Team Right Guards. Again, a pitch of a delivery there by Kubimana Eric. As long as he keeps bowling at that length, it will be a challenge for the batsman. With that, we come to the end of the 9th over. 46 on board for 4 Team Right Guards.
Only one over remains to get the end of the first power play. But this IPRC, maybe they're thinking about having the spinners after these 10 overs. That will be also the impressive moment to see, because of this wicket. If you turn the ball and adding the power, the ball turns seriously and is challenging the batters to play it.
Yes, and through the course of the tournament, we've seen that trait by Team IPRC, strategizing to bring in the spinners after the power play. Maybe that's when Tiger should hang around till, and he'll be more comfortable playing spin. Radukuna Michael to Tiger there. Just starts off with a dot delivery. Tiger really taking his time, being very watchful. Hard hands this time.
This is the time Tiger need to control inning by getting lands, because 46 for 4, that is not very good to see. By how this light guard known, it would have been like 46 for 1. Very good shot.
Plays it onto the leg side. Rocks onto the back foot. Doesn't get the sweet connection, but just rotating the strike there. You can see he's not happy with it, but of course, the ball just hurried onto him. Was a bit quicker than he had expected it. Just plays it around the corner. If that was timed well, that would have been a boundary. Ezekiel just needs to hang around and support Tiger there. Because after this, we know the spinners are coming on, and that's when the game can be taken away from IPRC by right guards.
If I remember very well, the last game played between challengers and IPRC, the spinners was not very successful because the Emil was smashed and played all over the ground. The only spinners who managed to bowl there very well, it's only the Romeo twin of Blaze. Blaze twin of the Romeo. I'm sorry.
A very animated leave there by Ezekiel. I'd love to see a replay of that just for the viewers out there. Youngsters happen to watch lots of international games. Have a look at that leave. Oh, very flamboyant in his actions there. Even a delight to watch a leave. Tries to tap that, but doesn't get the connection he had liked to. Lots of cricket they're watching. And speaking of watching cricket, the World Cup finals tomorrow. India taking on Team Australia. You've been watching the games of the World Cup yourself, Rosine. What do you think about that competition tomorrow? Biggest game at the biggest stadium in the world, at the biggest stage.
And also the good thing to India is there, because you are, maybe I know you know what I'm going to say, but for me, I would like to see Australia taking the trophy, because India is non-loser by now. That will be a big harm and hurt to them, losing the final one. That's also happened a lot in the cricket.
Well, of course, they've shown the warrior spirit after having lost the initial 2 games. They were very hurt, and they fought extremely well into the competition after that. Remarkable cricket they've played, and you can never count them off. 5 times World Cup winners, taking on the unbeaten hosts. End of the power play, and a lovely looking shot, powerfully struck. It will reach to the boundary ropes, teasingly there, but lots of power behind that shot. Slashed hard through the extra cover region.
There was also a couple use of feet that helps him to get a better and a very good connection to that shot. We keep saying that if you prayed on the ground and put extra power, it will be a boundary. But if you touch the ball, not so. You can't get easily boundary.
It's also the question of intensity and intention. I beg your pardon. He had the intention there, very clear. He wanted to attack. This time goes over. It beats the fielder. And they pick up just a single, just rotating the strike there. Taga playing very watchful at the moment. What his predecessors should have done. The batsman that came and left, the batsman that will be flying to Namibia. A thing or two to learn from the veteran here. Playing a very important role at the moment. He's on 15 of 14. Highest score so far of this game. Just keeps it on the ground. Nowhere to go for Ezekiel.
Very watchful of that young man, Ezekiel. And if he managed to stay on that wicket and help the Tiger, this partnership will be productive to this light guard cricket club.
It's all a matter of patience. You've just got to hold your ground, hang in there for as long as you can, and the deliveries start making sense. So this time in the air and beats the fielder. The fielder takes a dive to his right, a full stretch dive, but fails to get to it. It was popped up in the air by Ezekiel. Eric Kubimana, you can see the hands on the hips. He's not happy with that. Ezekiel survives. And right guards have gotten past 50 now. After 10 overs. Slower delivery this time around by Eric. And dealt with properly by Ezekiel. Coming in for the final delivery. It's been a fair competition this over. Rosin starting off with a boundary and 1 run, and then 3 back-to-back dots after that. In for the final delivery is Eric.
That's also a good way to bat, and if they plop up, very good watching for that. That's what they need at this moment, and give what he has to do also. It's just giving the strike Taga and express himself. That is the end of 11th over. 50 lands on the board, 4 wicket down. 50 overs need to pray.
There you see the veteran just giving out some tips to his partner, how he shouldn't open up the face when defending that ball so that it doesn't pop up in the air like it did earlier on. Just telling him to play it on the ground, keep it safe, and keep supporting me, young man. As we come to the end of the 11th overs, 52 on board for 4. And we spoke about introduction of spin, and here we have it. And jersey number 3, Theophil, coming in from the airport end as we see introduction of spin for the very first time in this game. Will be interesting to see the sort of approach Taga has to the spinners now. He's been facing the pace bowlers of recent. Here we go. Ball number 1 by Theophil. Outside off stump. Hit with power and authority. Punished ball number 1. The ball was there to be hit and has been struck all the way to the boundary ropes in no time. A shot of authority there by Taga. Just thumped up and over. 1 bounce, a couple of bounces to the boundary ropes there. Dealing in boundaries at the moment. The sort of movement needed by right guards, giving life to the dugout there. Put under pressure from ball number 1 is Theophil. Oh, what a turn this time around.
Right. Yes. Togume hariya kabisa.
Five runs coming off that over. 57 on board for 4 after 12 overs. Technically dealt with by this partnership. A fair partnership building up here between Ezekiel and Taga. Spin once again, up and over, and that is the first maximum of the game. What a shot there by Taga, who's wasting no time whatsoever. The previous over, he started off with a boundary, and this time around with a maximum. It was in his arc, and hit a mile, an upper decker. No fielder could have saved that. Sweet connection off the bat of Taga there. Watchfully played this time around. But what a start to the over. You can see the intentions. Playing calculative cricket is Taga at the moment. 26 off 20. Rindiro Blaze. Bowling from the pavilion end has been put under the pressure from ball number 1. Swings hard, misses it this time around. If he can continue doing this and putting on some more runs, right guards can pull this game and make it very, very interesting. Couple of bounces before it reaches Eric, who's standing at long on. Who's standing at long off, I beg your pardon. And now Ezekiel gets to face Rindiro. Flighted delivery and left. Once again, very stylish leave there by Ezekiel. Can be very, very annoying for the bowlers. With that, we come to the end of the 13th over. 64 for 4. Team Right Guards.
You can't get away with this game when you have Ezekiel there doing some fun things like that. But that is also what you have been said about spin. 7 runs by Taga himself. That is the way to go. Now it's a 64 runs for 4. 13 over.
And again, the understanding of when to rotate strike by Taga is second to none there. He knows when he needs to rotate the strike and get himself watchfully played there by Taga. Theophile once again from the airport end.
I said it earlier, he's a quite creative one. He's quite creating each and every ball to know where to strike and where to stay on the wicket for getting the one and facing more balls as much as possible.
Lovely boundary there by Taga once again. Under assault is Team IPRC. The veteran bringing on the show. Have a look at that. Took all the time in the world and placement to perfection here. The chase was on, but the fielder doesn't get to the ball. And it is yet another boundary. And a catch has been taken. So with that, we come to the end of the innings for Taga. There you see the celebration, trademark celebration for Emil. And a smile on the faces of Team IPRC. They were under attack by Taga, the veteran. But the bowlers have the final laugh. 31 of 27. 5 boundaries and 1 maximum strike rate of 114. He maintains that from his previous innings. Excellently done here.
Bojingo, 3 matches, 2 innings, 16 runs, highest of 14 runs, average of 8 per match. Now, his strike rate is 133. Very well played by Kenneth, trying to go on his back foot and press the ball. That's a play late. Like, I'd like to see him having partnership with that Ezekiel, who is on 6 for 21 balls. This is the end of 14 over, 6-8 for 5. Bryson and Ezekiel, that is the one who are on the wicket, just trying to have a little partnership there, because Taga, who was on the control, went out on the previous over. Now, it's also another start of BKB and Ezekiel. Is it gonna be a part for them, or they're going to lose it? Lindilo Lomeo also comes into ball his second over. So his last over went for 7. Now, very good ball. Loud appeal. Nothing expected there by the umpire. Let's see on the replay how it goes.
A very loud and animated appeal there by the bowler, and the entire side is up. I'd love to see that on the replay and see whether the umpire has got it right this time around. Flighted once again. Just trying to smash that ball. No sense of placement there by Ezekiel. Was pitching in line. I believe he was having some bat onto it and chops himself onto the stumps this time. We talked about this. Just the flow of the bat, not in good control there. Gets the inside edge onto the stumps. That's the end of Ezekiel. After 23 deliveries, he manages to score just 6 runs with 1 boundary to his name. Won't be happy with that. Troubles and chaos continue for Team Right Guards. With the rate they're moving, half of the side is back into the dugout. Can see the ball was there. It was a doosra, I believe. Not read well by Ezekiel. And I beg your pardon, there was no bat involved there. Just turned into him. A delivery very well known as a wrong un, coming into the batsman as the batsman expects it to go away. Very well bowled there. Now we've got Eme Muraija. 3 matches, 2 innings. Hasn't scored a single run so far. Let's see what he can do today. Will this be a day runs come off his bat? You can see the slip fielder just giving him a little bit of a welcome chat. Very talkative can these IPRC boys be.
That's how skillful bowlers get into your mind, and then you start thinking about them. You forgot about what you have been doing and what you come to do on the wicket. That is very, very good for bowling team to get into the batter's mind.
And 2 slips have been put there. Very aggressive sort of fielding. Trying to get into the batsman's mind there. Just cocooning him with all the fielders. Loud appeal going down the leg this time. Pitching way outside leg stump. A very fair decision there.
This Lome was over is asking more questions and asking about to pray on the front foot leg, but most of batters, they are trying to go on the back foot. That is very dangerous to them.
There you have the scorecard. Clinton Ruwagumia 14 of 11. And then that very impressive innings. Sort of a fight back by the veteran Taga Dennis Mukama. 31 of 28. But not getting any support out there in the middle. Team IPRC on top here. They've given away just 4 extras after 15 overs. Very disciplined they've been with the bowling, I must say. And now we get the national side bowler Emil Rukiriza into the attack from the airport end. And a loud appeal. Not given. Was a very, very close call that. Be interesting to see that on a replay. It looked like he was going on to the stumps. Janvier there. Not giving. Once again gets the bottom edge. Runs coming this time around. First runs for Eme. Have a look at that. That was going. Looked like he was going on to the stumps there. But Janvier thinking otherwise, thinking it's missing leg. It did struck him on the back foot, on the back pad.
Use of feet there by Budingo, Kenneth Bryson assistant coach of women national team of Rwanda Cricket Association. That's how skillful he is. He's trying to move his feet. Now, watchful and well blocked they are, and showing how good I am in my block shot.
Run, eh?
With that, we come to the end of the 16th over. 70 runs on board. 6 wickets down at Team Right Guards. Slowly but steadily, will they get to 3 digits? Let's wait and see.
I say I have mentioned it early. It will be party to this Lightiga team to pass 100 today, because everyone can see they are in trouble today.
Yeah, and you can see the sort of fielding placement as well. They know they've got the head coach, the assistant coach of women's national team, Bryson Wugingo, out there in the middle. Can he walk the talk? He plays it down the ground. Eme is the one who plays it down the ground. Now we've got Bryson on strike. Lots of coaching sessions. He hands out himself. Let's wait and see. Can the coach do the player's part? As he is a player today and not a coach. So, interesting to see. Keeps it on the ground. Nowhere to go. A dotted delivery it is.
And I've seen a couple of days walking out. Maybe he was just getting a preparation of today's game. Let's see how is he going to go through this inning. Misconnection there, nothing much.
It's a thick bottom edge. At the moment, it is all cat and mouse between bowler and the batsman out there in the middle. Just barely surviving the deliveries being floated out to them. Once again, bitten by the length there. Lovely bit of movement by Rindiro Blaze. Tap on the pitch there. Not quite sure why he's tapping that side of the pitch, but completely missing the ball on that occasion, making him fall over. Plays it on the ground this time. And the calling is loud and clear. 1 is the call, and 1 it is. Emil Rukiriza from the airport end being very, very tight at the moment. And knocks him over. Eme has to take the walk. Celebrations, it's all up in the mind for Rukiriza Emil, picking up his first wicket. Lovely movement off the pitch there. Lovely bit of bite off the surface. And has to send him back. Have a look at that. A pitch of a delivery. Goes outside. Goes past the outside edge. And knocks the off stump over. Troubles continue for Team Right Guard. 73 for 7. As we're into the 18th over. A long way to go. Just adding 2 runs to his tally is Eme as he walks back into the dugout. The question was, will Team Right Guards get to triple digits here? Looks very, very questionable. We've got Clever out there in the middle. Let's wait and see. Mutuyimana, Clever. Not much to talk about, 4 being his highest. Let's hope he plays a clever innings. At the moment, IPRC bowlers happen to have the upper hand against Team Right Guards. The only fair partnership we saw out of this innings was that between Ezekiel and Taga, which led to make the side believe a big total would be possible, but not after the wickets tumbling in that fashion. Once again, Emil flighted, much fuller. And Clever, not so clever with that delivery. Had no idea where the ball was going. Lucky he got some bat onto it, otherwise it would have been a very, very loud and clear appeal. Final delivery. 2 slips have been placed. Once again, beating the outside edge. What a delivery. This clueless was Clever. With that, we come to the end of the 18th over. 73 on board for the loss of 7 wickets. Team Right Guards. Manages to get off the mark there. Bryson playing a very, very slow innings. Clever still out there. Bryson, the coach, as we know him here in the land of 1,000 hills. 3 of 13 deliveries. And Clever yet to open his account. Let's wait and see what does Rindiro Blaze have in his bag. Will he challenge the batsmen who haven't been performing? Still being aggressive at this stage, Rosine.
That Clever praise under 17 Buruka and under 15. That maybe he's not afraid of these bowlers because he faced a lot of balls. And also They says, my coach, I can keep reminding you, BKB, Bujingo, Kenneth Bryson, very watchful. Good watching, Bujingo. Now having a little works, saying, you can't get my wicket easily. You have to work on it.
Well, it's been tossed up really nice in the right areas, and he's just negotiating with the deliveries really well at the moment. But certain deliveries he was beaten, and that is what you can expect out of spinners there. A little bit of a chat with the bowler there, letting him know who's a senior over here, who's the senior, but it doesn't really matter who the senior is. What really matters is who's being productive. And Rindiro Blaze at the moment is being productive. Loud appeal there, but umpire not moved as it looked like he was going down the leg. Wrong line there by Rindiro. Fortunate. Clever tried to sweep that and missed it completely. Oh, this time around much quicker, much flatter by Rindiro Blaze.
And this is the end of 19 over. 76 for 7. That is very dangerous to Team Lightigard having a long and deep lineup, batting lineup, but today not productive like how it used to be. It's IPAS Chigari Cricket Club, the Alphabet LSA 50 overs Premier League. Now we have bowling. Records Kobgimane League 6 overs 23.27 runs, 3 wickets, very productive one. Economy of 4.50. Ilad Konda Micher 5 overs 21.24 runs, no wicket in the low, 4.80 economy. Daishimi Etofi 2 overs 9 dots ball, 9 runs, 1 wicket, economy of 4.50. Rindiro Blaze Lomeo twin of Henry 4 overs 17.12 run, 1 wicket, economy of 3. Ruchiriza Emin 2 overs 10.2 runs, 1 wicket with very beautiful economy 1. And the extras by now it's a 5 only over 19 is done. total of 76.
uzi ikintu bamukorera bamucamo kabiri
ये थोड़े वर्ड तुम्हें समझ में आ जाएंगे ना तो कम्युनिकेशन सामने वाले को समझ में नहीं आएगा कीपर को पता होना चाहिए कि तुम क्या डालोगे
Now, Emil come again to ball. His third over. Only 2 runs given away. BKB trying to hit the ball harder, but unfortunately he doesn't get any run. Emil Luchiriza. Edge there. Now this is the first boundary of Bujingo by edging the ball. He goes into the shot, but not well connected, but fortunately he gets the first boundary now. 8 runs in 17 deliveries. Krevam, how many man? He is on 1 in 5 deliveries. Very well watched.
taking his time is Bryson, settling in, but Rukiriza, being the national team bowler with the expertise, is going to challenge him much fuller this time around. Beats the fielder, half a chance there, picks up a single. They need valuable runs here. Again, it will be a test for Rukiriza, as he will be joining the national side very, very soon after this. So he needs to warm himself up, get some numbers flighted this time around, gets the outside edge. Dotted delivery it is. Lots of variations on offer by Emil. He's got the one that drifts in, he's got the skidding one, he's got the well-flighted one. There you see. And on this surface, it will be interesting to see what he can generate out of it. As we come to the end of the 20th over, 81 on board for 7.
Another deceive there. This Lindlow is deceiving batters a lot. He is just trying to fry the ball. Then if you try to go big with it, you can get caught. Very good shot there. Who is underneath? None to catch the ball. Isai let it bounce and then he picks up the ball and throw it back to the bowler.
Just lands short of the fielder there. The fielders, IPRC, thought they had a chance of picking up yet another wicket, but lands short of the fielder. Not enough power behind it. You can see shadow batting is Bryson, who's on 10. He's into double digits now after facing 22 deliveries. Slowly but steadily ticking the scoreboard at the moment. There's a fair amount of turn the spinners are getting out of the surface here, Rosin. What sort of a strategy do you think the spin bowlers should be applying in these conditions? Steps out, plays it down the ground. Nowhere to go. A dotted delivery. A good shot, but the results remain the same.
Also, the spinners here has to, if you are seeing how this Lindo is bowling, it's just asking the batters question. Now it's wider, very well driven by little man, Craver. Nolan got there. But if they have managed to bowl these overs very well, they can get them all out because this is the last wicket. But by the way they are bowling, it's just like having a dust ball and let the batters make the mistakes on their own. But this is the good time to attack because they have been get the game away because they lost a lot of wickets and the strongest one. But now Bryson chosen to give the bowler the practice of catching the ball. That's how he ends his story today. Hard work, my coach. You can't give that ball to the bowler.
Not negotiating well with the spin and gives out a simplest of catches. Has to show his back to the field. Now left with bowling. Have a look at that. Do you feel, very, very disappointed by the return. All sorts of problems rising in for Team Right Guards as they're 82 for 8 in the 22nd over here. Team Right Guards seem to be in a hurry for lunch over here. Berte Rusagara walking out there in the middle now. Theophile picks up his second wicket. 9 runs he has given away as he's into just his third over. Excellent bowling this by Team IPRC. Berte, let's wait and see, facing the first delivery. Flighted and misses everything. Misses the bat, misses the keeper's gloves. And they pick up just 1 run as a bye.
This is where the standard is between Eme and Oscar. That ball can't be missed by Oscar.
There you can see the fielder who took on that chase happens to be pulling a hamstring. Eric Kubimana.
Up in the air. Catch caught by Emil Ukiriza by taking his land. Now look at the celebration. Very nice to see. That is a winning moment, Zed.
You can see the celebration there. They know they've got the upper hand here. Emil Rukiriza, you cannot keep this man out of the action, either with the ball or with the catch in the field. With that, yet another wicket goes down. And Team Right Guards are walking off. Clever Mutuimana, after having faced 10 deliveries, put up just 1 run. Tried to sweep that shot but fails to get a sweet connection. Pops it in the air. Easiest of catches for jersey number 23. Emil Rukiris are comfortably done. And that's the end of the first innings. 83 all out is Team Right Guards. That should make it a comfortable chase for Team IPRC. As Theophile Naishimimana picks up his 3rd wicket after having given away just 9 runs in 2.3 overs that he bowled. Excellent bowling this by Team IPRC. There you have the scorecard. Orkide Tuisenge 7 of 9. Dusingizimana, the skipper, 4 of 3. Clinton Rubagumia 14 of 11. Ezekiel 6 of 24. Get Kevin Irakoze 2 of 10. Taga Dennis Mukana 31 of 28. Bryson Bugingo, the coach, 10 of 23. Eme 2 of 9. And Clever Mutuimana 1 of 11. Berte, the only man left out in the middle. The only presentable partnership out there in the middle was between Taga and Ezekiel. 34 of 41 deliveries. And a small little partnership between Orkide Tuisenge and Clinton Rubagumia in the initial stages of the game. Exceptional bowling this by Theophile. 2.3 overs, 12 dots, 9 runs, 3 wickets. And Kubimana Eric, 6 overs, 23 dots, 27 runs and 3 wickets with an economy of 4.5. And have a look at the extras, just 6 extras being provided. A 50 over game being limited and chopped on to 21.3 because of poor batting performance there by Team Right Guards. We will be back shortly for the run chase here. Do stay tuned, everybody, in the Duffabet Premier League 50 overs.
Welcome again. It's RCA 50 Overs Premier League, sponsored by the Alphabet, of course. Now it's a second inning skip of the national team. Clinton Iwagumia himself taking the ball in his arm. Now going to have first delivery on the airport end. Now lovely to see how is the first delivery of this second inning, where the IPRC need only 84 runs in 300 balls. Very, very long journey to light guard.
Yes, definitely. And right guards here cannot be thinking about finishing the overs. They just need to pick as many wickets as possible and get their opponents out. Clinton Rubagumia from the airport end, charging in. Ball number 1. Here we go. Fuller delivery first up. Starts off with a dot delivery. A good start. Would have been the best of starts. He must be hungry for wickets here. Lots of opportunity for Team IPRC to make this run chase comfortably done. Something worrying him in his run up there. Has to make a restart. But he needs to keep the line extremely tight and attack the stumps here and make these young boys make mistakes so that they can pick up the wickets. You can see the slip cordon is on here. 2 slip fielders have been put in place in searching for that outside edge. But much fuller. Not sure if he'll get that edge bowling that length.
The best thing I pick, it's a good length of this Clinton Lobagumia. Maybe he picks it when he was batting because those deliveries was easily to him to get lines. Maybe can give them very easily because he knows how better it is to batters to have those short length to the bowlers because of that wicket is not giving much or extra bounce. First wide on the name of Clinton, and also that is only one run in his over.
There we see New Mugabo Izai. 4 matches, 4 innings, 60 runs to his name, 34 being his highest, averaging 20, strike rate of 71.4. And Mugisha Berte, his opening partner, out there in the middle. They don't need to worry about too many things. Just try to rotate the strike just like that. Stealing singles and doubles here will do the job. You do not need maximums and boundaries to make this run chase possible here. And now Mugisha Berte is on strike for the first time. New Mugabo is off the mark with a single here. 3 matches, 2 innings, just 1 run he has scored. He needs to up the tally from here on. And what better opportunity could he get as he is facing Clinton Rubagumia. Slower delivery this time around. The easiest of singles. And off the mark is Mugisha Berte. %70 of the times Team IPRC have won games bowling first. And again today, from the toss itself, you could hear the captain. He was very okay losing the toss and being sent in to bowl first by the right guard's captain, Eric Dusingizimana. He would have liked to bowl first regardless. At this point, right guards need to use the new cherry in hand and use the movement of the new ball. if you allow the youngsters to settle in, they will pick up those singles and doubles much easily. It's something they're well known for. This time a full length delivery and punish onto the leg side in no time. What a shot that was, picked up and put away to the boundary ropes. Excellent looking shot that. And that is the first boundary of this innings.
What amazing pickup from that is a very quick hand and very good connection there, Zed. That is the intention, nothing to lose here. It's a low score. They have to go for it very quickly. Also for getting their land rate up and getting the second place easily, not having any confusion. Because we know this crowd or this climate of Rwanda, any time changes, we can know what is going to happen later.
Yeah, but considering for the DL to be coming in handy, they need to complete 20 overs here, according to Rwanda Cricket Association laws. Kevin Irakoze coming from the pavilion end. Flighted delivery. First up, the big man wasn't able to perform with the bat. The responsibility is resting upon his shoulders. He's got a slip fielder in place there, trying to make the batsman play off the back foot. With the amount of revelations he puts on the ball, trying to get some bite out of the surface here. Flighted once again. Skipping it low is Mugisha Berte. And this was the wrong ball this time around, coming into the right-hander, but wide from the crease there. Using his crease, it's interesting to see the expertise coming in. Kevin can be quite challenging to play on these surfaces. So far, he's been dealt with. Oh, lovely looking delivery that. And a maiden over it is for Kevin Irakoze. Excellent start by Kevin. And that is the first maiden we've got to see in this game so far. Not easy to play him so far. Seven runs on board as we come to the end of the second over. Team Right Guards desperately in need of a wicket here. Chance of a run out there, but comfortably makes it. Mugisha Berte gets in his crease just in time. Clinton Rubagumya once again. Once again, getting a thick outside edge, but won't mind that. Whichever way the runs come, the total is very, very low. Should be chased comfortably here. And the runs keep ticking for Team Right Guards. And I've been joined by the head coach of women's national team Rwanda, Mr. Leonard Namburo. Welcome, Leonard, to this game.
Been welcomed by a good shot there from Nyomugabo Izai. I was taking my early nap in the morning, hoping to come and watch the second inning, hopefully in the afternoon, but having to see what the scoreboard is reading. The 83 runs being put in by Right Guards here in. They were supposed to have batted their 50 overs here, but you have been there watching the entire innings. You know exactly what transpired there, but things are not looking good there as far as the scoreboard is concerned again. And also, if you look at the start here by the two openers, Mugisha Betin and Nyomugabo, having put 10 runs on the board here, it shows how important it is. They know to win this game. It's not like you're chasing a mammoth total. You're only chasing 83 runs of a lot of balls there, Zaidkan. So you can look at their dugout there, how relaxed they are. No pressure whatsoever, needing 74 runs to win. And end of over number 3 here, they are currently on 10 for no loss. And I don't know, maybe going forward through whatever Right Guards is going to do in order to take as many wickets as they can, because that is the only way they are going to be winning this game, by taking wickets. But unfortunately, time is not on their side. Again, they don't have that less time or that more time to take these wickets, because looking at 3 overs, you're talking about 47 overs here left and needing 74 runs. So it's also going to be a test again to the IPRC betters. Again, how are they going to go about their approach to getting to 83 runs? I think if it was me, they can get to 83 runs without losing a wicket.
Yes, definitely. And that should be the target. And that will immensely help their net run rate as well. They are number 2 on the board, and they can sustain that position by carrying it on. And from the looks of it, what really transpired in the first innings is that there's a sense of rush by the batsmen, poor shot selections, and execution was questionable there. If it wasn't for the likes of Tugger, Dennis, and a few runs joined in by Bryson and Ezekiel, and the initial start there by Orchidea, a few runs there coming off the bat of Orchidea, got them to that total. It is fairly low, and the IPRC batsmen are doing the right job here, just dealing in singles and doubles, not looking for the big shots. Kevin Irakoze giving away his first run in his second over. His first over was a maiden. Loud appeal, and the finger has been raised First wicket down for Team IPRC. The batsman not happy with that. We'll see that on the replay there, Leonard. It looked like it was pitching outside leg stump, but let's wait and see from the angle. The best person watching that was on the field.
Yeah, there you can see there. I think that was a bit too harsh from the umpire. The pitch outside leg stump again. He took his time to give that decision. But unfortunately for Benita Mugisha, walks off, only having put only 2 runs on the board. Things like that do happen. Hopefully it's not me who has come up with that breakthrough for right guys. Some disciplined bowling there from the experienced leg spinner Kevin Irakoze. Then comes in Muchoi Disenge Amy coming into bet. No pressure whatsoever. Yes, you've lost your wicket there, but chasing 83 runs there. This is what I said earlier on when I just joined you, that this is going to be a test again to the IPRC betters. What sort of approach are they going to use in search of that victory? Trying to get to 83. Yes, you have lost your wicket now. 2 slips have been put in place straight away, trying to apply pressure to the new batter who has just come in. And this is also the right thing that the right guard captain has done there. So you're not like defending a lot of totals. So you gotta try to employ those attacking field planning, attacking bowling. First ball off there. Misfield. It mid off and allows Muchoi Disenge Amy to get off strike and start to score runs.
Yes, the attacking fielding must be put in place. There is no other option here. You can't be opting as right guards to finish off the overs. You've got to take the wickets down. Tries to take a shimmy outside the pitch, but Kevin reading the batsman well there and bowling the right line, resulting into a dot. Just 2 runs coming off that over and a wicket. Excellent over once again by Kevin. He needs to be backed up by the rest of the bowlers. And yes, it's going to be a challenge for the IPRC boys to do the run chase successfully. There's something about these low totals when it comes to the game of cricket. It's always very interesting to see a side taking a low total down.
End of 4 overs there. The score is on 12 for the loss of 1 wicket. And to continue bowling from the airport end is Clinton Rubagumunya. Comes in looking for that important breakthrough. It all goes back to the mindset. Zaid, how are you going to go about your betting? Yes, you've got a lot of balls again also to bet. We've seen bigger teams again, especially when they're chasing totals like this with enough time, being ruthless. Because that is the only option that I can think about now. Just be ruthless, get it over done as quickly as you can, rather than just wanting to occupy the crease longer. Then along the way, you end up losing wickets. So this is something that IPRC, again, we've seen they're a good team that can go for that attacking mode. So I think this is the mode that they should just switch on to themselves now, especially after losing this wicket. The instruction or the advice now to Muchoi Disenge is just to go in there, free himself, play with freedom, go for the attacking mindset, get it 1 or 2 boundaries here, then the score moves up, then it takes you closer to the total, because you never know, 1 over can get you 2 or 3, 4 wickets, and that is pressure. So it's sometimes now when you are going in full toss there, over pitched, did you get enough runs to get to the boundary? No, there's a fielder there finally runs across there. So these are sort of deliveries now. When you get them, these are the deliveries that you need to be sending to the boundary. So it's something that they also need to pick. Get away from that negative mindset of wanting to keep wickets in hand. The only thing that can make you change your approach is what total are you chasing. If it was 20 overs, yes, you would have said maybe you've got less balls, but this is 50 overs only. They've got a lot of guys that can strike the ball very well. So this is what they just need to do. Go in there, express yourself, play with as much freedom as you can, then you get it off to the score.
Very, very well said there, Leonard. Man with lots of experience all the way from Zimbabwe. Lots of experience resting on his shoulders. Worked with quality sides, and definitely You shouldn't allow yourself to be overwhelmed by the fact that you're chasing a low total here. Just play your natural game and get it done as soon as possible, and not really be bothered about how many wickets you've got left in the bag. Just play your natural game and get it on. Speaking of natural game, the most natural thing to this IPRC young side is picking up singles and doubles, and the aggression of boundaries comes in later on. And make good use of that power play. You've still got enough overs left of the power play to be aggressive here. The fielders are within the restricted areas, so play calculative cricket. Now those are the shots you should be opting for after the power play, Leonard. Just tapping it, keeping it on the ground there. Very defensive in the mindset.
Yeah, definitely. Just need to look for the gaps there. I think that ball was there for the taking, but the short third man is inside. They've got a short third and a third man on the boundary there. So it's... I saw yesterday Nyomugabo Izai in the net striking the ball hard and far. So hoping that when he comes here again, if those situations comes, he can always free his arms there. But now, like I said earlier on, look at that deliver that Clinton has just bought. Slow delivery. You can pick it up from the arm before he released that. That was going to be a slow delivery. That is something that if he was betting in a positive mindset, he could have taken that ball anyway outside Gahanga. But just because he's too much worried about his wicket than getting runs on the board, he's also too much worried about the time that he has got. So he has put himself in that negative mode approach of betting. 5 overs gone here, 13 for 1. That previous over, they only managed to get only a single run in that over. And looking at and knowing these players, right, you've played them, you've seen them playing this game again. They're not that kind of players that have got that patience enough to be able to concede 5 dot balls in and over. The thinking now is going to be different. So the bad part now is they're going to be going for something that is not going to be there. How to stop that from happening is just keep on rotating. When that bad ball comes in, you get it to the boundary. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Trying to go hard at that short ball from Irakoze, but not getting enough timing on that. Then it landed safely in front of the mid wicket there. But shots like this now, if I am the right guard's captain now, this is what I would want to see them playing.
And also failure to understand the sort of way right guards played their innings. These are national side players, and they failed to put up some runs because of being aggressive. If anything, the batsmen of IPRC should be studying through the course of the first innings is that take your time, keep it on the ground, go for the bat balls, and play it on merit, and not go for anything that isn't there to be hit. We've seen the seniors making that mistake. Lovely bit of turn there, drift and turn by Kevin Irakoze. He's fighting really hard. He's picked up the sole wicket so far in this innings. And the youngsters, like you mentioned, do not have that patience to consume those dotted deliveries. Left once again by Nyomugabo. You've been coaching all these years, Leonard. You've seen this side having majority of the national team players, members being part of this team, and the way they struggled. What would you suggest they work upon, knowing they've got a big tournament coming up? What is their mindset? Should they have used this as an opportunity to free themselves mentally before they get into that big competition?
End of over number 6, 14 for 1. Right guys winning the toss earlier on and elected to bet, putting on 83 runs all out. They see on your screens there Mushoyi Dusenge Amy on 3 after facing 4 deliveries, and Nyomugabo Izai on 8 after facing 22 deliveries. Kevin Irakoze bowling 3 overs, taking 1 wicket and only conceding 3 runs. Very, very economical, and that's what you'd expect from someone like him in terms of bowling. So it's going to be interesting to see how these right guys are going to go about their bowling. As we can see, Clinton continues again. He's got enough time to bowl as many overs as he can again. So if I'm the one of these two batters in there, just to tire them, these guys off. If you feel like you're not going to go for that attacking approach, so tire them off, getting 2 or 3 runs in over, make them bowl as long as they can. You understand? That is the whole idea of playing 50 overs. But if you just want to get it over done with, it's all about picking the right balls. Balls like this, again, tries to go for the Yorker length. Boundary comes in there. 4, it is signaled by the umpire there. That is 4 runs. This is actually what they need. And as long as you get that loose delivery, that's the one that you need to punish and go away.
It was a loose delivery, bowled down the wrong line and catches some wood on its way as it was an attempted flick there. It races to the boundary. The fielder had no time to get to it. Valuable runs this. And the pressure will be upon the bowler now, giving away a boundary off the first delivery.
Lovely comeback there from Clinton Rubagumunya, just bowling his away outside of stump, and that good leave from Muchoi Desenge, Amy. Going back to what you've said about being national team players, obviously national team players are expected to be playing good cricket, are expected to show the standard. So like I always go back and say, it's all in the mindset. It's all in the thinking. Yes, you are a national team player. That does not give you the right to just come in there and bully everyone and hope things that can go your own way. You got to wait for that again, knowing that you've got an important assignment in a couple of days coming in. Games like these are the games that you need to show yourself. Look at that deliver again, beating that outside edge. So games like this, Zaid these are the games that you would also want to make sure that you polish up all your preparations, all your options, all the things that you have been working around prior to where you're going. So these are the games that you need to start using to your advantage. So it's something that them, if you look at all the national team players in the right guards team, it's something that they need to sit down and think about going forward. Forget about what this game has done. This game is going to give them a reflection of who they are as national team players. But how now do you get out of that poor performance and make sure that when you go to represent your nation, you do it to the best of your ability? Another good delivery there from Clinton Rubagumunya. But I don't think balls like this can trouble Muchoi Desenge Amy, because he knows exactly the situation that they are in.
And also, he's very well aware of his off stump. He knows where his off stump is. So he will leave those deliveries, and he knows he's got the luxury of facing 250 legal deliveries. So he's in no hurry to chase down this total. And again, the sense of tiring the bowler. You can see the big quicks do end up getting tired. And a question of those national team players, playing games is always the best form of practice. No practice will match the intensity of a game itself. So getting these opportunities, you've got to utilize them and make the most out of it and just polish yourself up, as you mentioned, for those bigger games coming for the national duties. It will be a feedback to all these players. The national team coach is around. He's been watching them play. He's got some feedback to give to them. I had a chat with him earlier on. Lee Booth was a bit worried about the way the players were going about their business in the middle. We come to the end of the 7th over. 18 for 1 is Team IPRC. And a catch has been taken. Lovely catch. What a take that is by the veteran. Taga, you cannot keep him out of the action here. Gets that outside edge. Well plotted after facing 23 deliveries. He gets out on the 24th for 8 runs. Neo Mugabo has to take a walk back. But what a grab that has been. A plan that comes together for Team Right Guards. Kevin picks up his second wicket. Disappointed. As you can see, he stomps his bat into the ground in disappointment. Have a look at that. Well flighted delivery just in the region. Gets the shoulder. And what a low grab that was. Eyes on the ball till the very last moment. Celebrate as much as you want. It is a wicket for Taga as much as it is for the bowler Kevin Irakoze. 2 wickets down now. Excellent catch that.
Yeah, lovely catch. Catches like that are the ones that change the game. And again, I said it earlier on, 23 of 8, I said it, the way he's going about his approach. I've seen him yesterday practicing to be playing those big hits, but as soon as he got up in there, he changed the approach. Remember, I said it, if he gets worried about how much time he's going to get, he's going to lose his wicket, and this is eventually what has happened now, 18 for 2. So if they keep on going with this approach of being defensive and thinking that they've got enough time, they're going to be found wanting. Yeah, in as much as they're chasing 83. So it's a matter of just going for those few big hits without you guys knowing you're already on 70, needing around about 30 runs to win. Then you can start going back into. So it's all about understanding. You talk about small totals. Yes, people feel like small totals are hard to chase because of the approach and the attitude they use towards chasing totals like that.
Yes, they just get a bit carried away. And you can see Kevin now understanding the right areas where he's getting ample amount of bite out of the surface. He's getting lots of turn out of the surface. That's why he has put 2 slip fielders once again to a new batsman, Rukundo.
Look at that shot again. Being defensive there again. You've got, like I said again, the previous over. This is 50 overs. Clinton has got 10 overs that he has to bowl. Same as Kevin has got 10 overs. So they can afford to bowl 20 overs like this, and they can be able to take all those wickets.
And if done on the trot, why not? This time just a tad bit shorter, but nowhere to run. As you can see, the figures of Kevin is into the final delivery of his 4th over here. He's picked up 2 wickets and has given away just 3 runs. Tells you how tight he has kept it for Team Right Guards. Exactly what the captain needs out of him. And he has provided. He's dealing with the spinner. Very risky shot that was. Barely surviving. With that, we come to the end of the 8th over. 18 runs on board. 2 wickets down is Team IPRC. Very, very interesting competition building up here.
8 overs gone. They're just making the Right Guards bowlers look good here anyway with the approach that they're using as batters. Okay, fine. Take it in this manner. If they were chasing 250 to 280 plus, what is going to happen here?
They would be struggling already. This is a struggle. Despite chasing a total of 83, losing 2 wickets within the power play is something not convincing of a run chase. Yes, at the end of the day, you can say a win is a win, but how you end up winning does matter in the game of cricket, in the context of the game.
As Clinton continues there again with the same line that he has been bowling just around that 6 stump there, and Mucho Idesenge Amy is opting for the leave there. I've just checked at the field, said there's only a gully and a point, all of them in the circle. So, and with that, Clinton is bowling in there. If Amy can just move a bit more across, he can be able to find that gap between those 2 guys there. Once you do that, you're going to make sure that he changes his line that is bowling. But if you continue living like this again, Clinton is going to stay there for as long as he can. He knows that he's got a lot of overs that he can bowl. So there's no not any amount of pressure that is being applied to him by Mushoyi Desenge. 12 balls that he has faced so far, 7 years, good enough. But these balls, the previous 2 overs, he has been bowling in that line, that length. He has never even attempted. We know he can cut the ball very well, but he has never even attempted to play to his strength. So that is now where it goes back to what I said, betting in that negative mindset. This is what got them into those 2 wickets that they've lost.
It's clearly visible because Mucho Disenge Eme is a batsman we've seen in the nets multiple of times, and he does not defend in the nets at all. We've seen him working his way out, always hitting the ball hard, trying to smash the nets left and right. But here he is trying to be defensive, something that is not natural to his personal game. So that lets you know you're not in full control of what you're performing out there. It is something I always ask the youngsters during their practice, what are you working on, and do you plan to be using that in the middle of a game? Because otherwise it's just a complete mess and it's a complete waste of time. You need to utilize your time to the perfection, work on your weaknesses, work on the shots that you intend to bring out in a match. Clinton Rubagumia here with 4 dotted deliveries onto the 5th. This time aggression. It won't reach the boundary ropes, but they pick up 2 runs. Just 1 run. Being very optimistic, I beg your pardon. Mucho Dusenge thought that was going for a maximum or a 1 bounce boundary, but the outfield there just surprising everyone, including me as a commentator. I thought that was going for a boundary, but just grabbed by the outfield there. Didn't move an inch after it took the landing. So just 1 run coming off this over so far. Final delivery. Clinton Rubagumia, 16 runs he's given away. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet. And he must be hungry for one. At the moment, IPRC boys are leaving deliveries the way most hard-working men leave their beds in the morning.
9 overs gone, 19 for the loss of 2 wickets. IPRC has been sent into bowl, managing to dismiss right guards for 83 runs. Now they need 65 runs to win in 245 deliveries.
Keeps it on the ground. And just a rotation of strike. That's all it is. Rukundo has faced 5 deliveries so far, yet to open up his account. Let's hope they do not get too carried away. Yes, there are plenty of overs to be played here, but in what fashion do you end up doing that? While defending the ball that way, you might end up edging one to the slip fielders put in place just for you to make that mistake. Oh, lovely delivery that by Kevin Irakoze. He's putting good amount of drift and turn and flight. The national team coach must be extremely happy to see that coming off him. It's something that has been worth considering. The lack of understanding what shot selection should be made on what delivery. throughout this game, we've seen that you're just making the bowlers look extremely good by your poor shot selection. Yes, it is turning, but look at the regions he's pitching the ball. It's much, much fuller. A proper batter, a proper batsman in the right frame of mind would put that away. Just one run coming off that over. We come to the end of the 10th over. End of the power play with 20 runs on board for 2 wickets.
As Clinton Rubagumuya continues there, another full deliver again, and Amy just yoked himself out there. These are the sort of deliveries that these RPA, IPRC boys should be taken away there. So it all goes back to what I said earlier on when I just joined you. That is the mindset. They are betting in that negative mindset approach of knowing that we have got more time. You have been preaching and talking about how they bet in the nets. They always say that the way you prepare or play in the net is the same way you are supposed to come and prepare in the center there. So you gotta shift. That shiftment from nets to game situation is the key now when you're playing cricket. Now at least we've seen him attempting that shot wide outside off stump now. If he continues to do this each and every delivery that Clinton is bowling, is going to make him change his bowling length and bowling line. Then once you've done that now, you're going to go on top of the situation now. You're going to be in control of the game. So it's all about maximum shiftment of net session to the game situation. That is what the players need to understand. And if you are to compare these two batters or all the IPRC batters that have batted now, that has not happened. You understand? I think the approach that they are using is the same approach maybe right guards could have used earlier on in the innings. Again, you see, this is what I'm talking about. Always try to use that outside edge of the bat. There's a big gap there between the gully and the third man. Always, and sloppy fielding there allows them to come back for 2. Can they run in for 3? No. So this is something that they should be doing all in time and time and again. Anything that is bowled outside edge time, it's not going to hit your stump. There's no slip in place there. Just get the outside edge, dab it up there. Then if you do that, you're going to allow Clinton to bowl a bit more straighter to you. Then it comes in your zone. You start scoring freely.
Absolutely. And if you do understand, if these batters are knowledgeable enough to understand who is more prone to the pressure in this game, is the bowling side. And if you're under that sort of pressure, the mistakes will be made by the bowlers. So you've got to utilize that. You've got to put them under the pressure. You've got to apply that and make them bowl the poor deliveries and make the most out of those poor deliveries. As we've seen, Clinton Rubagumya did start with a low full toss first ball of this over, which was made to look very good as it resulted in a dot delivery. And knocks him over. There you see the pressure coming on. No way he could have defended that, played the wrong line and has to pay the price with his wicket. Rukundo has to walk back after scoring just 2 runs of 13 deliveries. What a delivery that was by the captain. I beg your pardon. Clinton Rubagumya. The persistency behind that. just through that slight gap between bat and pad there. Not in the right position to get behind the ball.
Abi Bambazi, Luik Lua comes in. 23 for the loss of 3 wickets into the 11th over. Yeah, IPRC making things look like they are difficult to chase 83 runs. And like I said earlier on, I keep saying it again, I'll keep mentioning it. These IPRC batters are making the right guards bowlers look good here because of the negativity in terms of their betting that they are showing in here. They need to go for the ball. It's not like chasing a mammoth total here. One of these two batters here needs to just say, I have to go. Mushoyi Dusenge on 18, Nan Abi Mbabazi, Loic Lua just joined him now here. Straight on strike, and Clinton Rubagumunya strikes again. 1 wicket in his, again, outside edge to that third main region that I've been talking about here. Hopefully they will continue in that particular fashion. Before you come in here again, end of over number 11 here is that can 24 for the loss of 3. Now Irakoze Kevin is going to continue. I'm telling you, these two bowlers are going to be bowling all the overs through because they are on top of the situation. We have talked about the ball turning earlier on, Kevin, getting that outside edge again. But when you move, and I liked it when you mentioned saying that the other batters, set batters, or the clever batters now, that turn, you won't see it. So this is why I'm always keeping on saying that these IPRC batters are making these right guards bowlers look good. Someone should just come up with an option, with a plan to take on these bowlers so that you challenge them. You understand? Give them a challenge. Show them that you've got the intent to score runs. You've got options. You've got a plan as a batter. But these batters now are not coming up with that plan. So that is making look Kevin Irakoze being one of the best. Look at his figures here now. Already has bowled 5 overs. He's taken 2 wickets, only conceding 4 runs. And this is 50 over cricket.
And they're chasing 83 runs only. That is the biggest upset for any batting unit. Again, pitching it fuller. This time driven. They will. It's not really a powerful drive to make the ball reach to the boundary ropes. They will still have to run hard. And so they did. Starting with the first ball of the over. Picking up 2 runs off that first delivery. Yes, the slip cordon has been put in place once again for Abi Mbabazi. Loud appeal, but it was clearly going down the leg this time around. No matter how much turn you have, but where it is pitching is questionable. So a fair decision there by the umpire.
Good rotation of strike there by the young Eloi Abi Mbabazi. This is what they just need to keep on doing again all day through long. If you cannot get the ball there hard, that's rotate strike. It goes big, and big it is. Well weighted there, Zaidkan. Look at where it landed. Just on closer to the top of the car park there. This is where what they should have been doing again. Lovely shot there to watch.
Now this is something we saw Mucho Disenge Eme do in the nets yesterday. And today, what a hit that was. Lots of power behind that. Down on one knee and launches that into the car park over the mount there. For half a dozen, first time around, Kevin Irakoze has been launched with authority. Really nice to see that. A loud appeal there, but height is of concern. And also a bit of glove coming into play there. Umpire not interested. yes, a few hits like that will bring the momentum into the side. And he needs to keep up that tempo to make it to safe grounds, as now they need 51.
A bit of some positivity there from coming off Muchoi Disenge Emi in that over. 9 runs coming off that over. That is what you'd want to be seeing again. I think if getting this game into 20 overs, to me, I don't think it would make sense. They should get it over this goal before they reach 20 overs, and that would be good enough for them to show exactly what they can possess as batters. Teach lessons to right guys. Don't give them hope whatsoever of thinking that maybe they could have, if they had put in 120, they could have won the game. You just need to bury them and kill them there again so that they learn a bigger lesson. They have got good players in their team, so they need to be taught those lessons the hard way. So if you look at how Eme played that over, this is what you'd want to see now. So if I'm Abim Baba Zilwa, now I just need to get off strike and give Eme to come and face a lot of the rivals here.
Yes, absolutely. And you need to turn it into one-way traffic here. A loud appeal has been put into place, but extra runs being taken here. A direct hit it was. It'd be interesting to see that replay.
Yeah, but this is what you just need to do now from Amin Babas here. Look, just let the ball come to you, use of soft hands, drop it in front of you. The fielders are standing on the circle. You run in. They have not been doing that earlier on now. So this is the approach that they need to be doing. Yes, he was safely in by Miles there. Lovely piece of running and calling and begging up from his partner, Musho Dusenge Amy. So they need to be doing that again. If you are not getting those boundaries again the way you want them, like all these fielders are standing on the 30, just let the ball come to you, get a bet on it, drop it in front, take off.
And exactly, this is what we've been talking about. The sort of approach you need. Regardless of how low the total is, you've got to chase it. And chase it comfortably. Once again, chance of a run out, and run out it is. Have a look at that. Panic mode. And they lose yet another wicket. Running like a headless chicken out there in the middle. Zero communication whatsoever. And Abim Babazi, Loic has to walk back into the dugout. Disappointed, but it's only himself to blame. He never communicated with his partner. His partner put him under the bus there. Has to depart for 6 runs or 5 deliveries.
No, me, I can just say yes, put himself under the bus himself here. Look at that shot there. Straight to the fielder. Look at that. Straight to the fielder. In the hands of Eric Dusingzimana here. Seriously, and he took off from there. So he has got himself there to blame. You understand? People always talk about getting the ball in the gap and running. So you hit the ball straight in the fielder's hands, then you take off. You don't understand exactly where is the pressure coming from. He looked to be in control. 6 or 5 deliveries. He looks to be in control. He looked to be in charge. Now all of a sudden something just came off his mind. Then he decided to run in front of an experienced fielder like Eric Dusingzimana. You don't want to be taking on fielders like this, especially when the balls are being hit straight to them. In comes Ziria Hanganye, Francois. 35 for the loss of 4 wickets, 49 of 226 deliveries.
Zirahangaje Francois coming in. Let's see what he can do. 49 runs needed in 225 legal deliveries here. We saw earlier on the graph that was put up. Not much to talk about when it comes to numbers. And again, you can see the umpire just moving as soon as the bowler bowled the delivery, something that has been really concerning by these match officials. Another thing, if you've noticed here, Leonard, we've got Orkide Tuisenge with the gloves on, and someone that will be batting also for the national side. He's got to be really careful. He's not used to being the man with the gloves. Plays it down the ground. It will be easy runs. Just a single there.
Good single there from Zirahangani Francois. Again, you've talked about Okidatu saying, "Oh, this is club cricket. If your keeper does not turn up, you always choose the guy who's better in that team." But if you look at the way he has been kept the wicket there, he has done a fantastic job so far. You understand? So it's yes, you can be a cricketer, but you never know. Even in the national side, what happens if one of your two keepers get injured? At least you know that you've got someone who you can also rely on in terms of gloves.
Here's the part-timer, does come in handy. And again, a loose delivery down the leg. And it's racing away. But the fielder puts in a dive and saves valuable runs for Team Right Guards. We did see, it is recorded as leg byes there. We did see the graph earlier on. And it showed, despite being a low total to chase down, the lines never merged. Despite losing 4 wickets here, the blue and yellow worms were never close to one another at any given point from the beginning. Munchudu saying, lets that one go yet again. At the moment, he's just choosing what bowler he wants to go for. And with that, we come to the end of the 13th over. 38 on board for 4, Team IPRC. Spectators building up here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. The sun is out. Lovely day of cricket, as we mentioned earlier on from the beginning. Lots of showers have been happening throughout the week, but the cricket gods have blessed us with an opportunity to pull a game out. Kevin Irakoze once again from the pavilion end. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps applying that sort of pressure this time. Flat bats it down the ground, but lovely effort by the long off fielder. Had to cover a few yards to his right, and so he did, and put in the dive. Good effort. Lets the bowler know your fielders are backing you up.
Yeah, good approach there from Zirangashe. Again, taking on Kevin Irakoze. One of these batters have to decide to go for Kevin. And this is what they've done. They need runs there. They need to get the 44 runs that they need to get to win this game. So they have to start opening up their shoulders. They have to start opening up their arms like that. Trying to take the challenge. Misfield there by the mid-wicket fielder allowed them to rotate. So this is what they just need to do. Get out of that shell or go for the score. You've lost 4 wickets here in quick succession. So you need to make sure that now, going down at the end of this inning, you got to be going for the ball and get it done with. The moment you start betting in that shot, trying to milk around, trying to build an inning in a low scoring game like this, you end up wanting there and see yourself losing the game, and you wonder how and why. Big shot again, catch is the call. Good catch there, one-handed by Buraison Bujingo Kennedy at mid-wicket there. Lovely piece of fielding there. You can see the joy. They know Amy was starting to become dangerous there. Look at that catch. If you can see that again, 16 of 23 deliveries. IPRC are in trouble here.
Yes.
Good catch there.
Excellent catch that kept his eyes on the ball throughout. And at some point, it looked like he had lost it in the sunshine, but it just got stuck to his one arm. There you see on the replay. Takes the bait, slog sweeps that, and have a look at that grab. One-handed, what an effort, keeping the balance, keeping the body in, making it look very, very easy is Bryson Bugingo. For all his students and all the cricketers that he trains, he's provided the fact that he talks to the walk.
I'm telling you, this week I'm going to be in trouble here with that catch there. I'm telling you, this whole week, that is something just going to keep on reminding myself. Say, have you seen that catch? And if they manage to win this game, that is the catch that would have changed the game. Amy was looking dangerous here. Was he well in control? Then he opted to go for that shot. Yes, it's good enough. The shot was there. The intent was there. This is what you want to say. But just the execution, he just went a bit too early on that ball. Because if you look at it there on that replay, it came off the top edge of his bat, of which if he had timed that ball very well, it was going to go and land the same way he did hit Kevin the previous over. Naishimie Theophile comes in to the attack here with the bat, 33 runs. Highest is 33. Nothing much talk about 4 matches, 2 innings, so he has to bet there a bit more longer. Get off the mark straight away.
Kevin's overs are going to be very, very vital here. You can see he's given away just 16 runs so far, 17 now, and he has picked up 3 wickets in his 7th over here. But again, we spoke about the batsmen taking chances. If the top order would have played freely, you wouldn't have applied pressure to the middle order right now. Not compressing the middle order the way it is at the moment. A loose delivery by Kevin. 1 for the over and a boundary it is. Excellently done. Kevin there complaining to his fielder, not happy with the effort. But it was a poor delivery.
Yeah, he feels like the fielder could have done better there, but that was a short ball there. Yes, the fielder could have done a bit more better, but it was hit with power and control there, so the fielder had no time whatsoever to get down there. But you should be the one to change the length that he has been bowling. Bowl a bit more fuller. You've got 2 slips in place there, so bowl a bit more fuller. Allow them to come for the drive like that. Up in the air, catches the call. There's the fielder did a fantastic job at long off. Yeah, this is what you sort of deliver that he should be bowling there. Is that can try to draw them to come for that drive. If they play a bit early and against the spin, you get that outside edge, then you bring those 2 slips in play. 46 for the loss of 5. 14 overs gone here. IPRC needing 37 runs to win this game. In a lot of balls here. 216 balls to score only 37.
Kudos to Team Right Guards making this game ever so spicy for all our viewers and keeping the game alive. There you see in comparison, IPRC have played 57 dots compared to 89 dots by Right Guards. 15 singles they picked up compared to 13 of IPRC. Clinton Rubagumia once again from the airport end, bowling to Zirahangaje, who's on 9 off 6. Solid defense that. Letting him know you're not going past me and my bat here. Putting his body behind the bat. That is the right way to defend. But why defend when you've got only 31 runs? 37 runs to chase down. And a slower delivery this time around. Beaten in judgment, but fortunate runs this. Takes the bottom edge. How did that not hit the stumps? Clinton Rubagumia, I cannot believe it. Gets the bottom edge of the bat and races away. But the fielder did an excellent job in the deep.
Yeah, if you are looking forward to be going for that attacking approach, things will start going your side. They always talk about fortune favoring the brave there. So Zirahangaje being the bravier here, 11 of 8 deliveries now. Things are starting to go his way and his team. They need, in whatever way the runs come in for IPRC now, they need them. Slow deliver again, up and over. Square leg region, that will race away all the way to the boundary. The chase is on, but the fielder had no time or no feet whatsoever to stop that. Another much needed boundary to get closer to the score here. Look at that slow deliver again, straying on the pace with that weight there from Zirahangaje there. That's something that was important, something that he did very well there, Zaid Khan.
With shots like that, Team IPRC can almost sniff victory here. But the game is not over till it's over. So 53 on board, half of the side back into the dugout. What a Saturday we're having here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Maybe this is the reason you had to wake up early and come to Gahanga, Leonard, to watch this game. Once again, rotating the strike here. Team IPRC, they understand the loss, but they can also sense the victory coming their way. And excellently done, I must say, when it comes to bowling by Team Right Guards. They've fought, they've never given up, despite putting up a low total. They're still into the game. And not giving away free runs here. Loud appeal and not given. From the looks of it, it was going down the leg, and the umpire not agreeing with the bowler there, despite having an animated appeal. But what a breakthrough that will be. The score reads 555, 55 for 5. Watchfully played and dealt with that over. As we come to the end of the 15th over, 55 for 5. Lots of fives in there. .29 needed in 210 deliveries. A run per over here can win you the game. There you see the scorecard, 8 for 24. Nyumugabo Izai, Mugisha Berte, 2 of 10. Should be saying Eme, the wicketkeeper, 16 of 24. Rukundo Jean-Pierre, 2 of 13. The sort of innings that really put pressure onto this IPRC side, where the likes of Mugisha Berte and Pierre, that strike rate is just criminal when you're chasing down a total of that sort. It just kills the momentum moving forward. What an over this is about to be. Kevin Irakoze, who has picked up 3 wickets so far, has given away 22, is into his 8th. Starts off with a ball, a loose delivery down the leg. Will that be a boundary? Yes, it will. First boundary of the first ball of this over. It's coming in. A loose delivery always comes in for the leggies. And have a look at that. Way down leg side, down on one knee. And just sweeps it for yet another boundary. A release of pressure for the batsmen of IPRC. On off start this time has been driven, but not enough energy behind that, not enough power. And they pick up 3 runs. Very, very quick between wickets, these youngsters are. Any opportunity given and they will pick up a run.
Yeah, these two have finally taken control and taken the game away from Right Guards. 25 of 209 deliveries. Theophile Ndaishimi doing what was supposed to have been done by the top order here. So this is what they should be doing. Get the 7 runs so far in 2 deliveries of Kevin Irakoze's over. They've decided to take Kevin on. The bulk of these runs in this team has come from Kevin Irakoze. In as much as he was well disciplined, now bowled 7 overs into this 8th over, 29, taken 3 wickets. But if you look at a lot of the runs that these guys have managed to score, have come off him.
Yes, it's worth an applause. The way Zirahangaje and Ndaishimi Theophile have taken on Kevin and the rest of the bowlers. Yes, you can cocoon them with all the fielders around them, but they've chosen to go up and over and trying to use that to their own benefit.
I was wondering, when are you gonna go to your vocabulary there? Shot again. Lovely. They can comfortably take 1 run there. Every run they score is minus to the total, is minus to the target. I mean to say there. 8 runs so far, 2 delivers left in this over.
Oh, what else can I say? They make it very easy for me. Can bring
Shot
it out
again.
at will.
That's
Lovely shot down the ground, rotating the strike, and It's going really well for Team IPRC from here on. And the pressure is being felt by the bowler. You can see that rotation of strike is very hurtful. You've got to come up with a different plan every time the batsman has changed. And they're not worried about the two slip fielders or the slip fielder being placed there. Takes the aerial route. It's not a boundary. Lovely effort there. He saved it. I beg your pardon. It looked like Bryson there saved it, but being a gentleman he is, sticking to the honesty of the game, he did clarify it was a boundary. Clear as you like it. One bounce, there you see. He had stepped on the boundary rope. And that is the honesty of the man. Lets the officials know right away. I did try to save that, but it is a boundary. With that, we come to the end of the 16th over. 68 on board. 5 wickets down is Team IPRC. Just 16 runs needed now. And we've got Tiger Dennis from the airport end. Jersey number 4. The only man who was successful when it comes to batting for Team Right Guards today. The veteran put up a reputable score and gave hope, a ray of hope to Team Right Guards. Here we go, Tiger comes in, ball number 1. In the gap it is, they will pick up these easy singles comfortably.
Again goes big and aerial, catches the call straight into the hands of the long off fielder Clinton Rubagumunya. Dennis Tiger strikes with the ball again. He striked with the catch, it slips. Now he comes back into the attack, showing his experience here. Again, I'm telling you, we are going to have an interesting finish here. 15 runs needed.
Oh, surely you cannot keep this man out of the action. 21 off 14, Zirahanga Francois scored. But what is the veteran up to? He scored with the bat. He's taken a brilliant catch and picks up a wicket off the very second delivery of his first over. A man you cannot write off the books. Exceptional performance by Tiger today. But the damage has been done by Zirahanga. He scored 21 off 14 deliveries. Well played, young man. He's taken the pressure off. But the game is still not yet over. Emil Rukiriza, the national team bowler, is in the middle now. 4 matches, 2 innings, 72 runs to his name. Highest being his 60. He's exceptionally played well. Rigid he was through that innings. Now it is against Right Guards. Once again. Tiger bowls down to the leg side and a fumble there. Lucky enough, he recovers just in time. I don't think Team IPRC should panic from here on. They have nothing to panic about, in all honesty. Required run rate is below 1 run per over.
Yeah, you can say that. But again, if you look at that wickets column now, that is something that they are worried about. Because you know, after this, all of them that are coming, these are known for bowling than they are batting. So that is something that they are getting worried about now. So they need to get those 14 runs as quickly as they can. So the overs to do that is this one. Look at all the fielders that are outside the circle, 5 of them defending 14. So to me, it's something that I would want to know why at that particular moment. Up and over area there, the chase is on. Bujingo Bryson gives the slide to the boundary. but cannot stop them from running 2 runs. Yes, he managed to save a boundary, but 2 runs it is. So it's something that I'll get worried about now. How wide do you want to get all the guys inside? Try to squeeze in a bit more. Bring all these guys inside. Maybe take 2 guys outside, especially to long on and long off, long and mid wicket, where you know they are strong and they can look to hit there. And then try to squeeze them from scoring those runs. You will, in no time, see yourself getting those 3 wickets again.
Yes, definitely. You need to apply immense pressure upon the batters from here on. Just 12 runs away. We come to the end of the 17th over, 72 on board for the loss of 6 wickets. As you mentioned, Leonard, they need to be in the faces of the batsmen there. You can see the Warm having a very steep rise after the 11th over and a wicket that went. After that, the rise has been immense and catching up vigorously. Questioning the umpire's decision, not calling it a wide, but it was well within the line.
Good talent there from the youngster. I'm telling you, the future is bright for the youngster. Left arm spin. I'm telling you, the under 19 coach will be smiling. He's a good, handy left arm spinner. If I was right guard, I would have at least maybe brought him a bit more earlier. Again, ahead of maybe just stop Kevin. Yes, he was in control, but they gotten used to Kevin staying in pace. Try to get him a bit more closer. You can see those 3 delivers again that you can see starting to trouble Rukiriza here, Emil. This is what you want to see. A lovely finish. Yeah, they need 12 runs only. 313 boundaries and 4s and 58 6s so far in this RCA Davabit Premier League Division 1. We have witnessed right here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. A good day for cricket again here today. If you look at it, the weather is exceptionally very well here. A lot of sun. That is wide now. And there's an appeal for court behind there. Umpire continues with this decision. He gives it as a wide. Desperate appeal there from Okide to Isenge. He knows that that was a wide, but he was just trying to get into the umpire's head. But 11 runs now needed, 194 deliveries.
A very, very mischievous cricketer. Orchide is always trying to utter some words to the batsman, trying to get into his mind, maybe trying to get a better out of him. And a wide it is once again. Extras here, not helping. And now just 10 runs away from victory. Team IPRC can almost smell the victory coming their way. Stays low this time around, straight into the hands of the fielder.
Another decent over there from the young Clever. Only managing to get those 2 runs is wide. But look at those dots that he has managed to bowl. Lovely piece of bowling. I've spoken about the IPLS getting into this total inside 20 overs. So it's only 12 delivers left and they need 10 runs to win. 74 for the loss of 6 wickets. Can they get that inside 20 overs?
I'll have to check your body for mics where you must have been connected to Zirahangaje out there in the middle. He heard your message and he said, my coach has told me to clear this just in time. And in record time, he did. And a catch it is. Lovely bit of effort that. It's not over till it's over, Leonard. 10 runs here will be the hardest 10 runs to get for Team IPRC as yet another wicket goes down.
But look at that shot that Theophile has played. He has been playing very well for his 12 of 9 balls. Look at that shot, loose shot that he has just played. Whatever that he was trying to do there, I don't understand. He puts himself and the team under pressure here. Another wicket falls. 7 wickets gone now. Taga again comes into play, strikes. Lovely piece of dive forward there.
I mentioned you cannot keep this man out of the action. Taga, as we know him, Taga the Terror. And he's terrorizing Team IPRC here. Picking up yet another wicket. Very, very interesting the game is getting.
Kubimana Eric comes in. You can see the way he's walking there. He knows that every ball that he survives, he's going to be breathing out hard. I'm telling you, this is way trouble. I was speaking about 18 overs here. Then straight away, I was responded by a wicket from Dennis Taga Mkamba, the senior state player in that team. 54 runs, highest of 48. He can strike the ball a bit. Look at that average there, 54. So they need that today, especially in this game. Yeah, he needs to do something. Get it over with this game in this over or the next one. Otherwise, I'm seeing right guys crossing over the line here with the way IPRC betters are coming out.
It's hard for me to believe I'm saying this, but the number 7, number 8 batsmen need to show some maturity, unlike the top order, and get these 10 runs out of the way. Kubimana Eric, also another national team player himself. They need to get this out of the way as soon as possible. Taga picking up 2 wickets in 2 consecutive overs that he has bowled. Remarkable performance. 5 runs is given away so far and has picked up 2 wickets. Lots of experience behind him. Emil Rukiri is on strike now after having faced 8 deliveries, this being the 9th. A loud appeal and the finger has been raised. Disappointment there for Rukiriza Emil. And what are we witnessing? Second wicket in the over here. Leonard, what do you have to say about this drama unfolding upon our eyes? It's all happening here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. It's not over till it's over here. Team Right Guards still stand a chance if they wipe out these wickets. Have a look at that. Finger has been raised there. 8 wickets down now for 75. Taga is stealing the show. He's the man of the hour, given the responsibility. And now the captain, Iradukunda Michel, coming in. 4 matches, 2 innings, 23 runs only. Highest being 21, averaging 11. Can he lead from the front as a captain, despite coming in this late?
Definitely he has to lead there. But just unfortunate for Emil Rukiriza here. I'm telling you, this is where you need things to go your way. You understand, when decisions like that are being made. But there's nothing you can do, because we can only say that because we've got a chance to watch those deliveries a couple of times than the man himself in red. He has only one chance to watch it. But none other than that, 8 wickets have gone here now. 9 runs needed.
And I like how Taga has been targeting just the line of the stumps, just floating the ball out there. If you're good enough, if you're skillful enough, play it in the right area. Play it. He's asking big questions to this batsman. Play me if you can. Just leaving the ball out there in the line of the stumps. You miss, he hits. And that's that. Yet another half a chance there. The attempt was there, but gets away with it. What a blow that would have been. 75 for 8. 76 for 8 after 19 overs here. One more wicket and it is all drama out here in the middle.
"19 overs gone, 76 for 8. IPRC needing 8 runs to win this game. And right guys, just only needing
Just 8 runs needed in 186 runs. 186 balls, I beg your pardon. 8 runs to win. What can happen here? Clever is back into the attack. The only bowler so far who's yet to pick up a wicket for Team Right Guards. IPRC cannot believe it. They've thrown away 8 wickets in 19 overs. Oh, what a turn by the youngster. Squared him up and left him like a late bus. Played in the air and picks up a comfortable single. Very, very exciting game this has been. It's been worth your drive here to Gahanga, Leonard.
Definitely, I'm telling you, I've enjoyed some cricket here in as much as it has been a low-scoring game, but it's an interesting game there. I told you that this is the test to IPRC batters area on. Up an area, there's a dive there. The push for 2. Run is there again. He was trying to look for 3, send back by his partner there. Good call there from Kubingwana Eric, sending his partner Iradikunda Michelle back to the crease and managing to set over those 2 runs. That is lovely. Good calling there, but interesting game of cricket that we have witnessed here so far.
Just 5 runs needed now. 3 deliveries left in this over by Clever. Can he turn things around? Played on the ground and a single has been taken. It'd be nice to see the captain finishing it off. But if a wicket goes by here, it's all trouble. All in the shackles of Right Guards. Up and a catch has been taken. Would you believe it? Look at the celebrations. The captain cannot believe he's dished away a dolly of a catch. A captain to captain. Eric Dusingizimana picks up the catch of Iradukunda Michelle. And what a crucial time to pick a wicket by Clever, the youngster. Whoa. What a moment this is. Iradukunda gifting away a wicket, 80 for 9. Last wicket. 5 runs to win. 4 runs to win. 3 runs to equalize. What a fight. What a competition this has been. Worth each and every moment, every delivery, every minute that has been witnessed by all our viewers and everybody that has come upon to watch this game. Rindiro Romeo, 4 matches, 2 innings, 6 runs. Team Right Guards are about to pull off a heist here if they pick up this last wicket. Clever left with 1 delivery. He's given away 6 runs. He's picked up his 1 wicket when it mattered the most. Oh no! You cannot afford to do that, young man. You cannot give away extras at this particular moment in time. Extras being given here. You need to be very, very careful here. And a full delivery here, just surprising even the wicketkeeper himself. With that, we come to the end of the 20th over. Last wicket of Team IPRC. Can right guards pull off a haste here and pick up yet another wicket and end the game? The final nail in the coffin left for Team right guards here. What a big over this is about to be. Taga the Terror, who has terrorized Team IPRC so far. Can he be the golden arm that takes the game away? Kubimana Eric is on strike. He's faced 3 deliveries, has scored 4 runs. Just 3 runs to win here. What can he do? Does he do something silly here? He lets one go by, not risking it, not trying to get even the slightest of edges. No shot being offered there. It's very tricky of Taga, keeping one outside off stump, probably floating one more outside off stump, and then targeting the stumps. Let's see this. Everybody biting their nails off here. Keeping it outside off stump, hitting it hard into the ground. That is experience you see on portrayal there. He's given 2 deliveries outside off stump, and that is a bluff. That is a setup. This is when he brings one in and has been hit down the ground. And just rotating the strike. But how scary is this? You're bringing in Rindiro to face, who has faced just 1 delivery so far, hasn't opened up his account. It is the last wicket. Just 2 runs to win. Does he take his side over the line, or does he end up doing something silly? We're yet to witness here. All the fielders are closing in. An absolute cocoon of a setup here. Oh, dotted delivery. 2 runs needed in 177 deliveries here. And just final wicket. If Team IPRC loses, it will be an extremely long day for them to forget. Nowhere to go. All the fielders are closing in. They won't make this single happen. Everyone's into this game now. Oh, in line with the stumps, but dealt with. Rindiro keeps it very, very polite. With that, we come to the end of the 21st over here. Rindiro yet to open his account. 2 runs needed. Bit of a chat going on here. Eric probably telling his partner, do not let the words come into your mind. Just do what you're meant to do, and let's carry our side to victory here. Even if they win this game, it's not going to be a convincing win for Team IPRC, but exceptionally well fought by Team Right Guards here. Rosine back into the commentary box here. What do you have to say?
Speechless. This is a hard moment for that Lindlo who is facing the ball, because we know him, he's a bowler and he's also a spinner. To face the spin, it's also another hard task to him. If he managed to take this win, it will be unforgettable moment to him, because that is very, very good to him. Now it's Elik on strike. 2 runs needed in 100 plus balls. Very incredible game to see.
Swings hard at it, gets the slightest of edges and it goes to the fielder. It's all smiles at the moment, but not sure if that will continue or it will be cut short briefly.
Zed, what can you expect for this delivery? Tell me.
Those singles are not. And the runs have come through, courtesy of Kevin Irakoze bowling down the leg side. And celebrations for Team IPRC. They have won this game. Whichever way you want to say it, a win is a win. But exceptionally well fought by Team Right Guards. What a game have we witnessed here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Shaking of hands. All the players extremely nervous. What a game they've pulled off. What a fight, what a competition, what a Saturday we've had here at Gahanga.
Excellent moment to be with.
Back everybody to the post-match presentation of the second last game of the Dufferbed Premier League. What a nail-biting competition that was between Team IPRC and Team Right Guards. I would like to call upon the captain of Team Right Guards, Eric Dusengizimana. Tough luck losing this game. It was a very, very tight game. What are the positives you picked out of this?
The positive are mainly into bowling attack. The ball has really done a great job today.
And what do you have to say about the way the game took an end?
It was really interesting. It was considered it was really 50-50. So till the last ball that really went for a wide, but we still have the game because there was only almost 9 wickets. So we really needed 1 wicket to win the game.
Kudos to your bowling side, bringing a very exciting end to the season. Wish you all the best as you're part of the national side. You'll be flying very soon. All the best. Thank you very much. And now I would like to call upon the winning captain, Michael Iradukunda. Michael, close game, 83 runs to be chased down. Final wicket. What was running through your mind when you got out on that position?
I would say I was really on pressure because I thought I would like win the game for the team, but it wasn't the way it went. So we had a little bit pressure. So we were a bit scared more.
And where do you think the collapse really started? And what was the plan coming in to chase a total of 83 runs?
Obviously, top order and middle order batsman didn't really click as we wanted because if they would have clicked, so we would have chased that score in 15 overs, at least four runs and over. It would have been easier.
At the end of the day, a win is a win. You remain at number 2 position on the table. Congratulations once again. Thank you very much. We've got some exceptional performances today. We've got the likes of Tugger from Team Right Guards, who scored 31 runs off 28 deliveries with 3 overs and picked up 3 wickets. Exceptional performance. But the player of the match today goes to Eric Kubimana, who scored 27 runs, picked up 3 wickets and scored 5 runs off 7. Congratulations, Eric.
Thank you.
Congratulations for winning the game and also the player of the match. You were there for the final runs being scored. What was going through your mind?
First thing was just to look for the gap, and what I thought, I think they said that Kevin was a good bowler for them, but I said if we come, I will go for him. But the problem is he bowled the wide, and he was talking to me that I'm going to take your wicket. So I told him, come, I will hit you for a 6, and he go for the wides.
I saw a few words being exchanged between you and your partner out there in the middle. What were you communicating with your partner?
First, he was telling me that if you broke, we run. Another thing on the last run, he told me that for me, I'm not capable to face Kevin. So for you, make sure that you score the winning shot. And then I said to him that I will do it. Don't worry. Yeah, and I have done it.
You've witnessed this victory. What are the positives you picked out of this game?
My first thing is coach told me about bowling full and straight. Today was just execute it. My plan was to bowl straight, full and straight, and the takeoff is that one. I have done it, and they have worked for me. That's what I'm going to work for. I am going to work for it every day, so that can be good for me.
You will be traveling with the national side. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's the end of the post-match presentations. Team IPRC winning by 1 wicket. What a crazy, crazy game we've had. Again, we're going to find the final game of this tournament tomorrow. Do stay tuned. I'm Zaid Khan signing out.
Thank you.